church was originally opened in 1877 to minister to what was then a growing mining community in this part of the world. And obviously that mining community is no longer here. It's a very different kind of community, folks with a very different set of questions, a very different set of hurts and hopes.
Congregations are not anything like they were, I have to say. But then I would always go to say that is anything what it used to be, and it's not getting any better.
And we have gone for 21 very vocal, very talented, wonderful young people, and through going to uni, moving away, we've got our 4 boys who are absolutely delightful, but it's quite a shift. It really is quite a move.
It's not cool. It's not cool anymore. There's nothing going on in the church to hold the young folk any longer. They don't see anything good about it. It's not spoken about in schools any longer.
They can go to judo, they can go to rugby, they can go to football. A lot of other things as well, film clubs, drama clubs. And I have to say, we've probably lost our way in making coming to Sunday school, coming to youth group, exciting. It needs very inspired leaders. If we were maybe totally brutally honest, we should be knocking it down and starting again. But, that is not going to happen. So we have to make the best of the building as it is.
This is an old roof we have in our church, 140 years old, and it has served us well. But in the last decade or so, we've spent over £120,000 just doing repairs on the roof. So we reached a point where we needed to do something that was more substantial, and realizing the cost would be well more than we could bear in this congregation, we began to seek grant funding. And one of the most generous grant funder was Heritage Lottery Fund. And Heritage has been very good to us, but as per the name, Heritage, they're not interested in church roofs so much as they are in the heritage that we're trying to preserve here in the church. This is a great room for music. The high ceilings just generate a wonderful natural acoustic. We also have a very good organ and have a long history of good choir music and good organ music in the church. So we decided that we'd begin there as a heritage that we wanted to preserve. We've also got obviously a lot of history, not only in this church particularly, but in the community as a whole. So we wanted to place an accent on those things with a focus on organ music and on choirs, with the aim of beginning some new choirs, encouraging existing choirs to begin to see Cadzow as a friend to public music by offering them favorable rates for rehearsal space and generous rates when it comes to actual performances. And that was the start of it. Been able, with the Heritage Lottery monies, to hire 2 part-time staff members, both of whom who have opened our eyes to something that we hadn't seen ourselves. And that is not only the encouragement of community music and the development of new choirs, but also the use of our hall as a center for musical events. One of the first things they discovered when we brought them on board was that in our church hall we have an excellent stage that was many churches over the last 100 years when they were built, the church hall included a stage, and that stage formed a real hub, if you want to use that word, for the social life of the congregation. Many of the churches that had stages, they fell into disuse. other forms of entertainment that are outside the church began to seem more interesting and more appealing to people. And so the production of church events of that sort that demanded a stage really fell into disuse. And so in consequence, many churches have removed their stages to make more floor space. And some, like ours, use the stage as a storage area.
They're talking of the stage going back to being a stage, but we've got storage on the stage, so we have to work a balance between making it a stage again, but not creating problems for all the other groups using the church. It's amazing what having fresh eyes do to help you see things in your own life as a church that you hadn't noticed before. Our very first Sunday, where our new CMAC employees were invited along, happened to be a rock and roll service. And what they pointed out to us was that it's great to have this informal service and to have the band and the words to the songs projected on the screen. But the difficulty is that we were the band was on the same level as the rest of the congregation. So while those who were in the front rows could see what was happening with the music, anyone behind those rows was looking over shoulders trying to figure out what was going on. So their first suggestion was, why not do the rock and roll service from the stage? And so we thought, again, oh, well, we'd never thought about that. But since that time, we've moved the band up onto the stage, which makes the music far more visible. Compelling, I think, is maybe a word, or certainly attractive, winsome to folks. And so it's been a pleasure to think about how we can use that space not only for secular entertainment or for activities that outside groups might be able to use, but that we as a church have embraced that as a space that's suitable for our own needs and offers us great potential for creativity.
I think it's been good that we've had people in who are more knowledgeable in putting events on than us and trying to take their guidance on how we can better utilise our space, better utilise what we're doing and try something different.
Basically, we're just down here to get the stage cleared, get it set up for the start of the Live at Lunch. It's something I've never seen. I'm 23, I've never seen that much space on the stage, so it's great to see.
Like most churches, we are struggling for numbers. We need an impetus, and this could give us it by bringing in other groups and outside agencies to use the really good facilities that we have.
Putting the two pieces together, or three pieces really, the stage, the idea of a Cadzow Music Arts Center, and the possibility of recovering that aspect of our church heritage. We put that together and developed a program that came to be known as Live at Lunch. A program in which we invite outside entertainers to come in and put on a show of an hour or so in length immediately following worship. And so every Sunday for the past several months, we've had a variety of performers come in that have included acoustic acts, we've had a swing band, we've had choirs, we've had comics, we've had actors, we've shown a movie or two, just a wide variety of entertainment options. Originally called the Cadzow Hub for Organ and Choir Music, which was descriptive, but not a very clever name. So we changed that to the Cadzow Music Arts Center, which is a catchy little CMAC. We call it the CMAC, and it's the beginning of something that I think could potentially be something that's much bigger than we originally thought about.
We're very, very hopeful that what we're doing will make a difference, because we're reaching out to other groups in the community now, and we have the facilities to offer them.
Every organisation in the place is a very worthwhile organisation, and making the place known about can only encourage people to come to our organisations.
In addition to having the performance of these groups, we also offer a catered lunch. and people are invited to pay as they feel.
A great little concert for Live at Lunch. We were invited along to do one of these lunchtime sessions, and it's been a delight to play here.
We've seen it on Facebook. We actually seen it on Facebook. It was a swing sensation. I thought it was fantastic.
The space is a lovely, lovely concert venue. Really beautiful concert venue.
A lovely big crowd throwing themselves into it, clapping, singing. That's what we like to see. And a little bit of dancing as well.
So it's our hope that we can carry on till we see 2077, which the church will be a very different place by then.
It is a beautiful building, and it does raise people's spirits in many ways to see the beauty of the building, the stained glass windows, etc.
The hall, we also have a wonderful sanctuary, a wonderful organ, and a wonderful organist, who is not me, by the way.
In order to make it more appealing to the public, we've been thinking about ways that we can improve the appearance of the hall, improve the functionality of the hall, and the Heritage Lottery monies have provided us with the freedom and the flexibility to seriously consider proper stage lighting, a proper sound system, curtains, stage curtains, blackout curtains for the windows to create more of that sense of a venue. We're also looking into updating our heating system, looking at new tables and chairs, all with the aim of creating a space in the Hamilton community for venues, things like obviously for music and for drama, for dance, but also for seminars, for funeral teas. So it's very exciting thinking ahead about the possibilities.